Hey Steelers Nation! Before we dive into today's breaking news, let's take a quick moment to appreciate where this team is heading. The Pittsburgh Steelers are working harder than ever to perfect their craft, upgrade the roster, and bring those wins back to the Burgh. From reshaping the quarterback room to getting serious in contract talks, this team is doing everything to bring results. If you love seeing the black and gold aiming for greatness, go ahead and smash that like button to show your support. Let's dive in. This is not just a small ripple in the offseason. This is a major wave. Star edge rusher T.J. Watt, the heart and soul of the Steelers' defense, is not attending this week's mandatory minicamp, and the news is sending shockwaves across the NFL. Now let's break this down. Watt is entering the final year of his current deal. He hasn't been showing up for voluntary OTAs either, which raised a few eyebrows. But this is the first major red flag. Skipping mandatory minicamp. That's not a small deal. According to multiple sources, Watt is subject to over $104,000 in fines if he skips all 3 days. And those fines are not waivable under the current NFL CBA. Let's be real. T.J. Watt has more than earned the right to push for a new deal. Back in 2021, Watt signed a 5-year, $112 million deal that was massive for its time. $80 million guaranteed. But fast forward to today, and that contract looks downright outdated. Cleveland's Myles Garrett signed a $160 million extension with a $123.5 million guaranteed just this March. That made him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. And if we're talking production, T.J. Watt is still that guy. In 2024 alone, he had 11.5 sacks, 61 tackles, 6 forced fumbles, led the league, 2 fumble recoveries, 4 passes defended. Add to that his ridiculous career, total of 108 sacks, 33 forced fumbles, 49 passes defended, and a Defensive Player of the Year award in 2021, and you've got one of the most dominant forces in football. He's been to 7 straight Pro Bowls and has been named first-team All-Pro 4 times. He's not just a star, he's a generational talent. This minicamp absence feels like the start of a serious holdout if the Steelers don't act soon. Switching gears, but staying just as intense, let's talk quarterback. For the first time in years, the Steelers might finally have an answer at the position. After seasons of instability, the team landed future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers on a 1-year deal, giving them a true veteran presence under center. But there's more to this signing than just on-field performance. Rodgers is doing something that Steelers fans should love. He's going all in on mentoring rookie QB Will Howard. After Tuesday's practice, Rodgers spoke to the media about his approach, and it's exactly what you want to hear. "Will's a good kid," Rodgers said. "I thought he did really well today. I'm going to be with him every single day, in every single meeting. Found my seat next to him today in the offensive meeting. I'm going to help him out as much as I can." That right there? That's leadership. Rodgers did this before with Jordan Love in Green Bay. He even took Zach Wilson under his wing with the Jets during Hard Knocks. Say what you want about Rodgers. When he's locked in, he knows how to pass down knowledge. And with Will Howard being a 6th-round pick full of raw talent, this mentorship could be gold for Pittsburgh's future. Let's connect the dots here. You've got a Hall of Fame QB mentoring a rookie, potentially setting up your next franchise quarterback. You've got your franchise defensive star drawing a line in the sand to get paid fairly in today's market. This is a pivotal moment for the Steelers. The moves they make over the next few months will define the next 5 to 10 years of Steelers football. If the front office gets this right, Rodgers can win now and mentor the future. Watt stays long-term and continues dominating. Young players like Joey Porter Jr., Broderick Jones, and Darnell Washington grow into cornerstone talents. And maybe, just maybe, we finally break that playoff win drought. Let's not beat around the bush. T.J. Watt needs to get paid. He's done everything for this franchise. He plays through injuries. He sets the tone every Sunday, and he's the reason the Steelers' defense is even in the conversation as elite. The Steelers are usually very careful with big contracts, and that's understandable. But this is not a time to play hardball. Watt isn't just asking for a raise. He's asking for a deal that reflects where the pass rusher market is in 2025. And frankly, he deserves it. As for Rodgers, it's incredibly refreshing to see him embrace the mentorship role without hesitation. The guy is laser-focused. He's not here for a paycheck or a vacation. He's here to win and to build something bigger than himself. The deal is done. After months of speculation, whispers, and near misses, Aaron Rodgers is officially a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the real question on everyone's mind is, why did it take this long? And why were the Steelers so patient? Well, head coach Mike Tomlin finally opened up about the team's thinking, and it's a masterclass in leadership, trust, and long-term vision. Read his resume, Tomlin said with a smile. We're excited about him being here. He's excited to be here. But we'll make no bold predictions. We'll just roll our sleeves up and work. That's vintage Tomlin. No hype, no headlines, just football. The trust factor. Tomlin. And Rodgers had a quiet pact. Let's get into the real reason Pittsburgh was willing to wait for Rodgers while other teams either gave up or moved on. According to Tomlin, it all came down to one thing: trust. We've both been in our roles a long time, Tomlin explained. So it's personal comfort and security in that. We can relate on that level. Think about that for a second. You've got two of the most respected veterans in the NFL, both future Hall of Famers in their own right, operating behind the scenes with quiet confidence that this was going to happen. There was no drama, no media leaks, no desperation, just mutual respect, a shared football IQ, and a commitment to doing things the right way. And it worked. So, Rodgers is officially on the team. But fans at minicamp noticed something interesting. He's not taking part in team drills. What's up with that? Well, Tomlin cleared that up too. It's his call, not Rodgers. And it has everything to do with rookie quarterback Will Howard. Rodgers is doing individual drills, Tomlin said. That's so we can see more of Will Howard. Let's be real. That's smart. The Steelers already know what they're getting from Rodgers. What they need right now is to evaluate the future. Can Howard be developed into a long-term starter? Can he absorb information from one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time? Giving him more reps now while Rodgers mentors from the sideline is the perfect balance between winning now and planning for tomorrow. Rodgers Rocky 2024. Still something left in the tank? Rodgers didn't exactly light up the league last year. In fact, the numbers were, complicated. 8 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 5-12 record as a starter, and even with Davante Adams back on the roster, he still went just 3-8 with the Jets. Not ideal, right? But let's be fair. Rodgers dealt with multiple leg injuries, he was behind a shaky offensive line, and the Jets were a dysfunctional mess. Pittsburgh is betting that the environment, the culture, and the coaching will help unlock whatever's still left in that MVP arm. And let's not forget, the Steelers missed out on re-signing Justin Fields. Once that door closed, Tomlin and GM Omar Khan locked in on one target: Aaron Rodgers. They waited, negotiated smart, and now they've got him on a team-friendly deal that doesn't destroy the cap. That flexibility could even allow the team to add another wide receiver, which is absolutely something to keep an eye on as camp continues. Here's what Steelers fans should take away from all this. This is not a desperation move. The Steelers didn't panic. They stayed patient, trusted the process, and now have a veteran QB who wants to be in Pittsburgh and is already committed to helping the next generation. This is about building a winning culture. Tomlin's comments show that this is bigger than stats or highlights. It's about bringing in guys who fit the locker room, respect the grind, and understand what it means to wear the black and gold. This could be the bridge to a true franchise QB. If Rodgers plays at even 75% of his prime ability, Pittsburgh could be in the playoffs this year. And if Will Howard absorbs even half of what Rodgers is teaching, the Steelers might finally have a young QB worth developing for the future. All right, Steelers family, we want to hear from you. Should the Steelers give T.J. Watt a new contract right now, even if it makes him the highest-paid defensive player in the NFL? And what do you think about Rodgers mentoring Will Howard? Could he really help develop the next Steelers franchise QB? Let's light up that comment section below and get your takes in. Drop your thoughts. Smash that like button if you want to see Watt in black and gold for life. And don't forget to subscribe for daily Steelers updates, trade rumors, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. We'll be back with more breaking Steelers news soon. But until then, stay proud, stay loud, and as always, here we go, Steelers.